Ethan Brown. Sophomore, Austin Wormel. Senior, Brennan Whalen. Sophomore, Jack Sewell. Freshman, Joe Edmonds. Senior, Chris Ritchie. Junior, Jason Webb. Senior, Gavin Walker. Senior, Adam Habib. Senior, Sebastian Estrada. Sophomore, Parker Harrigill. Sophomore, Ben Barkley. Senior Captain, Ethan Udrisky. Sophomore, Gavin Trisanella. Senior, Jack Barkley. Sophomore, Gabriel Kano. Senior, Brooks Bernelli. Freshman, Drew Minden. Sophomore, Braden Hudgins. Sophomore, Thomas Cunningham. Junior, Ethan Hodgins. Junior, Austin Rogers. Sophomore, Andreas Gonzalez. Senior, Luke Balazentes. Freshman, Matt Smith. Senior, Connor Montross. Sophomore, Oscar Sanchez. Sophomore, Nick Barone. Junior, Vinny Frasillo. Junior, Graham Chappell. Sophomore, Adam Gwynn. Freshman, Jared Grief. Junior, Tyler Rupke. Junior, Carson King. Freshman, Zach Butler. Junior, Cole Leonard. Sophomore, Cooper Kenny. Senior, Brian Becerra. Freshman, Brooks Benson. Freshman, Cade Livesey. Sophomore,
well, welcome in here to Bishop Kelley. We've just seen the impressive 6-1 victory by the girls in the first round of the playoffs against the Tahlequah Tigers. It's Tigers time again for the boys as we welcome in Pryor High School. The Tigers from Pryor come in here against Bishop Kelley. Now, Bishop Kelley 7-0 in district. They've barely conceded a goal throughout the impressive 7 district games. But here they are in the first round of the playoffs. The winners will go on to the second round on Friday. The losers sadly go home. That's playoff football for you. Welcome in here then to BKTV.live. We're just getting ready to announce the 2 teams. We're going to bring you the full commentary with yours truly, Dave Saunders, and my assistant tonight, Colin Manning. Thank you for your company, and we will take a short break and be right back.
Hi, I'm Mary Chris Revard from the class of 2014, and I am excited to introduce the BK family to Gateway Mortgage Group. Gateway Mortgage is Oklahoma's largest independent mortgage company and employs over 1,000 people across the country. Everything Gateway does revolves around their core value of being passionate about strengthening families. When you need a mortgage company for the next place you will call home, consider Gateway Mortgage Group, where we close loans on time, every time.
Well, thank you again for your company. Dave Saunders now in the commentary box alongside, I'm delighted to say, Colin Manning. Colin, sir, how are you tonight? Looking forward to some good playoff football, hopefully.
Absolutely. It's, the Comets are on their way to a good run in the state tournament, and hopefully a win over Pryor will get us into the next round.
Players to look out for, obviously Adam Habib, Ben Barkley, Austin Wormel, you know, the list goes on really for the Comets.
Oh, it's just an incredible midfield, and then that forward tandem just really can move. And Adam Habib, as you and I have said many times, that we would pay money to see him play at TU where he's going to go. He's incredible, and hopefully Austin Wormel, our goalkeeper who's going to Creighton, doesn't really have much work tonight, but it's always nice to see him play.
Now you can see on our feed there the Pryor Tigers over there in the blue circle there, and the referee and his 2 assistants there are waiting just for the Comets to arrive. I'm going to go and announce the 2 teams onto the field and leave you in the capable hands of Colin Manning. And just to say, Colin, I mean, it's we've just seen the Tahlequah girls, you know, and it's a sad day for the seniors when you lose, because obviously in playoff football you know, winners go on, losers, that's it, you go home.
That's absolutely the way it is, but it's nice to see the Comet girls go on and win in a nice, easy 6-1, and it looks like, depending on how the other game shakes out, we may be playing the other Catholic school from across the way, maybe playing Cashup next week or late this week, but for the boys, we're hoping that they can continue on and we can move on to the next round for us.
Okay, well, there we are. That's the voice of Colin Manning. Yours truly, Dave Saunders. We'll go to a short break. There's the student section getting all excited and all ready. When we come back, Colin Manning will take you through the build-up to kickoff. You are watching BKTV.live. Number 2, Loritz Heusberg. Number 4, Quint Ramsey. Number 7, Juan Chacueno. Number 8, Rico Vilgas. Number 9, Shelby Craig. Number 10, Logan Smith. Number 13, Ben Holloway. Number 16, Caleb Callison. Number 20, Jake Dew. And number 23, Hayden Spencer. Ladies and gentlemen, your Pryor Tigers. And now, for your Bishop Kelley comments, put your hands together for number 1, Mr. Austin Wormel. Number 3, Joe Edmonds. Number 7 is Adam Habib. Number 8, Sebastian Estrada. Number 10, Ben Buckley. Number 13, Jack Buckley. Number 15 is Brooks Bonelli. Number 18, Mr. Braden Hudgins. Number 19, Thomas Cunningham. And number 23 is Andreas Gonzalez. And last but by no means least, number 30, Graham Chappell. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bishop Kelley Comets. As the two teams shake hands, this is a knockout competition. The game will consist of 2 equal halves of 40 minutes. May the best team win. Ladies and gentlemen, Bishop Kelley Comets versus the Pryor Tigers.
Well, welcome everybody to Angela Prasa Field for our game against the Pryor Tigers in the playoffs. You can see the Comets down here in the field beginning to begin their last, well, not their last home game. Actually, if we win, we'll get another home game for the prayer for the evening. And they will be stepping out on the field. And I'd like to welcome into the booth our lead commentator, Mr. Dave Saunders.
Well, thank you, Colin.
Did a great job announcing there, everybody onto the team. And the Comets are wearing white over white tonight, which means it'll be nearly impossible to read their numbers, as always, but we'll do the best that we can. It is an absolutely perfect night after a week of rain that we've had here in Bishop Kelley and in Tulsa of just pouring, driving, lightning rain. And we're supposed to get a whole new day of rain tomorrow, but tonight is absolutely gorgeous. Comets taking their team picture. As you can see there, if you're watching on your screen, the human highlighter and the human highlight reel, Austin Wormel, our goalkeeper, who will go on to Creighton University next year. A little special place in my heart, given that my first name is Creighton, although I don't go by that. But and I had him in class, and Austin is a great kid. Comets will be going from north to south, it looks like, to start off the game, and the Pryor Tigers going south to north. And I know that my colleague here will be happy to hear that the wind is blowing. It looks a little north to south, which means we might catch a plane coming in.
We've had 3 or 4 in the girls' game. Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much, Colin. My name's Dave Saunders. As Colin's already introduced me and introduced himself, the very exciting lineup then is Wormel in goal, Chappell at left back, Joe Edmonds at right back, Thomas Cunningham, Brooks Benelli at centre backs, Braden Hudgins and Andreas Gonzalez, the deep midfielders, and then you've got Jack Barkley up top, and then of course brother Ben, who plays the number 10 role, with Adam Habib wide left and Sebastian Estrada, the sophomore, wide right. But it is the Tigers who are in possession. Then Barkley gets a tackle in, but still the Tigers wearing their blue shorts, blue shirts and white socks against the Comets, all in white tonight. Come forward, but there's a clearance there from Joe Edmonds. Decent crowd in tonight. The temperature's just dropped just a little bit of a breeze out there, no rain. Perfect night for a game of soccer, and that is a foul, and that's going to be by Andreas Gonzalez. And well, the Pryor Tigers have come out with a good bit of fight here early on, Colin.
Well, they have early on, and the nice thing is, this is playoff football. Everything steps up a little bit as we move forward, and so the games only get harder from here on out. The Comets had a nice, easy run in district, but it only gets harder from here on.
Here's the ball in then from Pryor. Early pressure applied to Wormel's goal, but it takes a lot to beat Austin Wormel, and here he punts the ball down the left-hand side, looking for Ben Barkley, who's got in behind the midfield here, just treads on the ball somewhat, still has control of the football. Kills it dead, plays it up to Jack Barkley, onside. Barkley round one into the box. That's going to go through to the keeper. Barkley wanted a pass back. We saw one of those in the girls' game. Punted away by the keeper. There's Joe Edmonds battling away, but a good header forward.
Ooh.
No, Thomas Cunningham's just been fouled there.
Free kick.
Free kick to the Comets, taken quickly by Edmonds to Hudgins to Gonzalez to Ben Barkley. Comets settling into this one. Graham Chappell with the ball down the left hand side, but it's Pryor who tidy things up. Back to the keeper again. Can't pick it up, of course. Plays it short, but under pressure from Habib. Habib has stolen it. Is this the first goal?
Oh.
Good play from the goalkeeper. Now the right back's gone down. Bit of an injury there. We're going to stop the clock here, Colin. We will have access to replays tonight, but I think Habib nearly stealing in there and breaking the deadlock.
Well, I got to say, that was a brave move by that goalkeeper. As a goalkeeper, I know exactly what that's like. And to be able to dive in like that, risk sort of life and limb, and be willing to take that risk is a brave move by that keeper on an incredible player by Habib.
Chris Rowland is the keeper.
Nice ball into the box.
Yeah, here's Ben Barkley. A lot of blue shirts back.
Nice dummy.
Habib with a right-footed shot, blocked again by the Tigers.
Gonzalez had a beautiful dummy there. Pryor could break down the right.
Yeah, good breakaway this from Pryor actually, and in the end it's going to be Brooks Benelli to foil the danger up to Habib. Now they pushed a very high line. Jack Bartley's through here, but out comes Rowland again. Has to be good there. Estrada hasn't had a touch of the football yet. Tries to get one there. I think he's going to win a throw-in. And, well, I've been impressed by Pryor so far, Colin.
They've really come out and played hard. And, considering the Comets went undefeated in district play, won their district. This is the 4th team on their side of the districts. And they've really come out and pressed hard. They haven't, as we've seen in the last couple of games, teams sit back, and they have not done that. Really pushed hard.
Yeah, Shelby Craig is the man up front, who's got the responsibility there up against the likes of Cunningham and Benelli. Thank you for your company here. We'll grab that board in the corner and give you the tweet address in a minute. And if you get your tweet into us, it will be read and also seen on our screen tonight. Colin will give you that right now, I think.
So it is, you can tweet at us at BKTV Live, and you can always watch us on YouTube. Those are at BKTV.live. And I'd like to give a shout out to my brother in D.C. who was watching, my brother in Austin who was watching, and my family in Lafayette, Louisiana who are watching. So all over the country watching the game tonight.
Well, thank you so much. I did speak to and welcome into anybody that's related to Colin, indeed anybody else who's coming into us live. I did sort of say to my family in England, I said, maybe you should tune in, but then forgetting it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, Hey,
so I get up at 6 in the morning to watch Arsenal games. They can get up at 2 in the morning to watch the Comets.
Exactly. So.
You could stay up, go to the pub, have a pint, and watch an Arsenal or watch a Comet game.
There you go. Now we have a free kick then for Tahlequah.
And we should give a shout out to Exeter making the playoffs this year.
Exeter City League 2 team, yes. Thank you. League 2, where the final at Wembley in London. Looking at cheap airline tickets. But haven't found any yet. If anybody's got any
nice ball through.
Wormel out there. He was called the highlighter down at Shawnee by the wonderful stadium announcer down there, and it's a good job he's wearing that kit tonight because it's slightly murky and dark out there. The stadium lights have been on since early in the first half of the girls' game. Jack Barkley has just fouled the Tiger player there on the far side.
Tiger free kick.
So free kick as Kevin McMillan, the stadium announcer tonight, tells everybody, and good play from Pryor so far. They've not come here to lie down against the impressive Comets. This is going to be taken by the number 13 Ben Holloway.
It's always nice to see a team come in, especially to Prossa Field, which is not an easy place to play, and give a good shout and give a good game.
There's a header, and we haven't really seen this for the Comets being under this pressure. Here's Ben Barkley scampering away down the left-hand side. Jack Barkley up ahead of him. Barkley to Barkley. Barkley now, he's got no one in the box. He tries to chip the keeper. That was a good effort, and the keeper just keeps it in. And that's all really Jack Barkley could do there.
He loves those tight angles, but there really wasn't much he could do. Nobody really went with him. But he does love a tight angle and is able to sometimes sneak those in. But the Comets are not used to being under this pressure. I think I've seen 2 saves so far by Wormel, and I think that's 2 more than I saw in the last game I commentated.
Here's Chacoino forward up to the number 23. That's Hayden Spencer trying to turn Thomas Cunningham, which is no mean feat. Away by Wormel, left-footed up to Estrada. Estrada, he's gone on the left, and Habib on this near side to us. Here's Gonzalez trying to feed Strada down the left-hand side. Comets have to be patient tonight, Colin.
It looks like they're going to have to. They're going to have to build a little more through the midfield and down through the wings. Pryor's really pressing us high, way more than we're used to. Now, if we could get a ball over the top to one of the Barclays or even to a Beeb, it could really open them up. But I think one goal could make the difference if we can get one early.
And here's Hudgins as the back four push up quite high. Dangerous game to play from the Tigers. But they are battling hard. But here's Habib. Back to Cunningham. Cunningham threads it forward to Hudgins. Hudgins now to Ben Barkley. Barkley up to the feet of Jack Barkley. He lays it off.
Oh,
that's a good ball in behind his Estrada. He's offside. But that was a good move there. We will have replays tonight, but that was a clear offside. But a good move and a good sign for the Comets, Colin.
Well, a very good sign, and that's exactly how you're going to beat this high line. But you just got to be willing to hold up, and then let it get through. But I'm expecting to see if I had to put my money on a guy to score the first goal of the game, it's going to be Habib sliding through on a ball just like that where he's able to just beat that high line and get in behind.
There's Cunningham underneath that, but it's the stooping Chappell that heads it away. Here's Ben Barkley, who we know loves to be on the ball. Here's Habib, who loves the ball at his feet as well, and you never quite know what you're going to get. Habib now tackled, though, well. Here's Edmonds, the senior, through to the sophomore, the busy Braden Hudgins. Here's Habib. Again, not a lot of space, so Habib sensibly switches the play here to Chappell. Graham Chappell now. Threading a ball through, looking for Jack Barkley, who was just off balance there.
Yeah, lost his footing just a touch.
Here's Andreas Gonzalez holding off two players there. Hudgins does well, feeds it into Ben Barkley. Ben Barkley through here to Adam Habib. Adam Habib now towards the keeper, and he wanted to pull it back. There were white shirts aplenty, and Habib just couldn't wrap his foot around it. Colin Manning.
Well, my prognostication almost came true there. It was exactly the ball I thought needs to be played into Habib, and if he could have just pulled it back another yard and a half, you would have had 2 or 3 guys could have put it in for him.
Ben Barkley trying to set Estrada away, but it's Braden Hudgins who often does the picking up the scraps. Sets us going again. Here's Ben Barkley under pressure.
Comets kind of weathered that first 9-10 minute storm, and now are starting to really impose their will on this game a little bit.
Yeah. So here's Ben Barkley up to Gonzalez.
Cut away by Gonzalez.
Yeah, cut out well. And that will go through to the highlighter, who can't pick it up. Of course, he's outside of his area. Here is Gonzalez laying the ball off here to Cunningham. Cunningham now to Edmonds. Edmonds, who likes to get forward at every opportunity, will go on a scurrying run past 2, but that's a good play going back there from Villegas.
Held the ball about a second too long there. Need to lay it off to Jack Barkley.
And here's Brooks Bonelli in plenty of time. The freshman, he's been so impressive coming into the Comets soccer as a freshman, and just really, hitting the ground running.
Is there an injury on that arm? What happened to his arm?
Yeah, not quite sure what happened there. Did keep him out a little bit, but he's able to play with it on. Joe Edmonds with a bit of lack of control there.
Talked to Andreas Gonzalez the other day, and he said he's been carrying a slight knock for about 3 months now, and is just kind of laying off and trying to get healed in between games.
Yeah, such an important player, does a lot of the unsung hero work. This is a good run here by Villegas.
Oh, just lost it out of bounds.
Yeah.
Kicked it himself out of bounds, not really under pressure. Those are frustrating.
So 0-0 the score, and it's been an interesting opening. Parker Harrigill's getting ready. There's Joe Edmonds. A good shot of Joe Edmonds there from Valentin, our cameraman, down pitch side. Here's Edmonds then throwing the ball up the line. Barkley flicks it on. Ball kept in by the Tigers. We've had the Tahlequah Tigers girls, and we've got the Pryor Tigers. And it's against the Bishop Kelley Comets, who are wearing all white tonight. And here's Ben Barkley, who won't get on the end of that ball because it's taken over by Callison.
That was a field turf pass instead of a grass pass. That one that just runs a couple yards longer than you think it's going to, because the turf just lets that ball run. If that had been on the upper field where they practice, it would have stopped right at his feet.
Indeed. Here's Bonelli. setting things going again. No, he's rather overhit that one, and that's exactly what you were just saying, Colin.
There it is again.
Yeah.
I was just saying that. It's another one where it just skips on you rather than sets down for you. My daughters play that way. They play at 2 different fields. One is really closely cropped and one's grown a little long, and they have trouble adjusting to the 2 different types of fields. And you think that Pryor would really be the one challenging on this one, because I think they have a grass field versus field turf that we play on regularly.
Here's Craig with the free kick to Charquino, who tries a shot from a long way out. And Austin Wormel, you need something pretty special to beat Austin Wormel.
Yeah, you're going to have to get closer than that and do something. He had that one all the way.
I don't know if we've got a replay of that one, but it didn't really trouble Austin Wormel. And here's Ben Barkley. Long ball looking for Jack Barkley. He's in behind the defence. He's got Estrada there for company as well. Here is Jack Barkley. What can he do with it now? He's rather been slowed up here. Can he get a corner for the Comets, maybe? Oh, that's a neat little ball.
That was a nice ball.
Yeah, just lazily did that one in. That was good from Barkley. And that is going to be a goal kick, I think. Or is it a throw-in? It's going to actually be a throw-in to the Comets.
That kind of ended up as a wasted opportunity. Such a great ball by Barkley, and just couldn't really do anything with it. Just kind of left it high.
Going to see the throw-in here. And Joe Edmonds comes off, and Chris Ritchie comes on. Chris Ritchie might want to take this throw-in, actually, because he's got a tremendous throw on him.
I know.
I'm trying to see who it is taking the throw. It's a Thomas Cunningham long throw, flicked on into the box. Still chaos in there. Ritchie gets a header, and Parker Harrigal waits to come into the fray. Graham Chappell, I think, will come to right back. Chris Ritchie will go to left back. It's a brave substitution after just 13.5 minutes. There is Ritchie into the fray. Good flick on there by Andreas Gonzalez as well. Just trying to see, in fact, Ritchie has come on to right back. It's a straight swap. Joe Edmonds coming off, Chris Ritchie on. Here's Adam Habib, and here's Habib trying to go past a couple of challenges. Hasn't won that. Came off Habib.
I've actually been kind of surprised. Habib's been pretty quiet this evening. We haven't seen much of him in this first 15 minutes. Hopefully he picks up and we get some more balls his way, because he's a special player, but he just hasn't really gotten the ball.
And I think credit the opposition. I think they're the strongest we've seen. And if you are supporting Tahlequah, that was the girl, excuse me, Pryor.
I know, they're all Tigers out south.
They're all Tigers, yeah. Will you please get in contact on Twitter, because we'd love to have your company and spread the word around that this game is being broadcast tonight for you. Here's Habib now. He's got in behind the defence, and he tries to play in Jack Barkley, but out comes the keeper, Roland, and foils the danger, Colin Manning.
And that Twitter, again, is at BKTV Live, and, of course, on YouTube, if you want to share it, it's at BKTV.live. You can come check us out, give a shout out to everybody out there watching, and especially those in Pryor, your Pryor Tigers, and hopefully you're enjoying the game. They've played very well here at the very beginning of the game. This is dangerous for the Comets.
Yeah, bad first touch there by Villegas.
Yeah, heavy first touch.
Heavy first touch. So a goal kick to be taken by Austin Wormel, as Colin said, the Creighton commit. 3 players committed. Chris Ritchie comes off. It was just a little job there, I think, because as Jack Barkley makes way for Parker Harrigill, and I think that was great coaching from Coach Barkley. I think he took Edmonds off, told him what he needs to do, put Ritchie on, gave him time, and Joe Edmonds back on with instructions from Coach Barkley.
Yeah, the only thing about that I was surprised was that Ritchie didn't take the throw. He's just such a long throw specialist.
Yeah, indeed, although Thomas
Habib is calling for the ball.
Nearly from Ben Barkley. You could see what Ben Barkley was trying to do there.
He was begging for it. Habib is, give it to me.
Neat little ball. In steps Cunningham, though, as he often does. That's a trait of his game. One of the players went down. Oof. Gonzalez wins the ball, threads it forward, looking for Harrigill. Harrigill's first touch wasn't going to commit him then towards goal.
Another heavy first touch.
And the Pryor fans were calling for the foul there by Gonzalez.
The ref just sort of said play on. There was really no advantage on either side, and they just kind of said play on and let him play. And that's one of the nice things about those of you who are new to soccer or watching soccer for one of their first times is the ref kind of has discretion of whether or not to call a foul. Yeah, a foul may have happened, but if it isn't to the disadvantage of the team with the ball, then they just kind of let them play on. And sometimes the ref will even let a whole play out and then go back and give a yellow card or back and give the penalty. And it's one of those things that if you're used to watching American football, it's a little bit different where they stop the play all the time. And here, if the play is flowing and there's no reason to stop it, they'll just deal with the penalty later.
0-0 the score.
That's why I've never understood people who say that, nothing happens in soccer. In soccer, there's 80 minutes of action. In football, American football, they've actually calculated in the NFL, the average playing time is about 13 minutes.
But we mustn't knock the game of football in Oklahoma, my friend. I love the game of football. And,
it's great. Don't get me
I
wrong.
love this football as well. But looking forward to us chatting to Coach DePana, who says they're starting to get ready already for next season's football. Of course, is the soccer season. A couple of weeks and we're done. The state final is going to be around about the 13th of May. So 11 days' time, and the two teams will be competing in the state final. Sincerely hoping from, if I can just put my Bishop Kelley hat on just for a moment, that it will be the Comets. But they've got to overcome Pryor, and it's 0-0 after 18 minutes. 22 minutes to go in this first half. Coach Saunders here with you, and Coach Colin Manning.
So if we win tonight, do you know who the two teams we might play in the next
indeed.
one?
So we play either Claremore or Memorial.
Okay.
So Memorial, Bishop Kelley were able to defeat by 3-1 in their last district game, going 7-0. The only goal that the Comets conceded was that night, just along the road here up to Memorial. And they play tonight against Claremore. Winners will play on Friday. Now here's Harrigill. Trying to play a
Comets
little
can get it out
1-2.
of their feet. Oh,
Yeah.
Just got caught up. There we go. Oh, again.
Yeah, it's been a little feature, hasn't it? Such as the area has been packed, hasn't it?
Hitting us in the back of the ankles the whole night.
Now here's Habib.
Now we got a chance.
Ben Barkley
Get
through to
onside.
Habib. Habib is tackled, and that'll go through to Roland, the keeper. No, well, the flag was up, but again, as you said, the referee is allowed to play on and keep the game flowing. And here's Tahlequah in possession of the ball down on the right-hand side with the number 4 Ramsey. But Braden Hudgens comes away with the ball, slips it in field here to Estrada, who's not seen a lot of the football, needs somebody up alongside him. Here's Ben Barkley. Barkley will slip the ball out here to the overlapping left-back run of Graham Chappell. Chappell here to Hudgens.
Crying for the ball over there.
Hudgens, great ball into the box. Where's this going to fall? Estrada's there. Can't get the ball down away by the Pryor defence. Here's Habib, though, round 1. Jumps into that one, and the ball spins away to the Pryor defender on the far side. Ramsey away for the Tigers. Back from the Comets, headed down only to Hudgens. Hudgens through, looking for
here we go.
Ben Barkley, who nearly got free then. As we've got a plane coming in up there, I can't see
There we go.
the brand of the plane.
Comets really pushing forward now. We're playing a very high line, almost at the 50-yard line.
Joe
Put
Edmonds, that's
through,
a
there's
great
Ben
ball.
Barkley, great ball.
Ben
Just could
Barkley.
not get a good foot on it.
No, we might get a replay of that. As Gonzalez comes in, here's Ben Barkley. Is he onside? He is. So still we go on. Here's Habib.
Out to Habib.
Yeah, Barkley again, and now he is
Now he's
offside. I
offside.
wonder if we get a little replay of that last flurry of activity of the Comets.
comes.
Here is the replay. You see Edmonds here with the ball. Edmonds, beautiful
puts it
little
in.
ball. I thought Barkley could have been offside there, Colin.
Yeah,
But
he could have been. And once again, the Comets just keep getting caught with the ball just too deep in their feet. Just can't get it out in front of them, and then and just not able to really get any power on that. If that had been a foot or two in front of Barkley, he really could have hammered that home.
here's Wormel.
Little fancy footwork with the back heel there by Wormel.
Long ball down the left-hand side. Parker Harrigill is the nearest player, and he was some 50 yards away. He's going to harry and get that one. He's got it. Harrigill, no foul.
Way
He's
to
kept
stay.
the ball in.
Oh,
Oh, it was a foul, or has he run out of pitch?
I think he
maybe?
ran out the touchline.
Well, that's what Parker Harrigill gives you. He will never give anything up, and I thought he'd stolen that one away from the defender. Goal kick is the call. 0-0 the score. 18.5 minutes left in this first half.
I've been impressed with Pryor and their competitiveness in this game. I think a lot of teams would come in being fourth in their district against district champs Kelley at home and come in a little scared, and they have not done that at all.
Is Hudgens? No, well said. They been the best opposition I've seen here this season, I think I would go as far as to say. Here is Gonzalez, the senior, desperate to win state in his last year.
Barkley down the wing, cutting it deep, going towards the touchline to cut it back across. Oh!
Well,
trying to see who that was.
It's that Parker Harrigill.
Parker Harrigill.
Glancing header. We'll get a replay on that one. Good play from Ben Barkley and his Colin Manning take you through the replay.
So here's Andreas coming down through the middle. Nice chip over them. A poor header, actually, clearance by the defender. Ben Barkley cuts down to the touchline, cuts it back across, and Parker Harrigill tries to put some speed on it. Really what he should have done is come back across the keeper there, and he had the near post. As the keeper was moving, he probably could have, if he could have gone the other direction, that goal was there for him. But good play altogether by the Comets.
There's Harrigill laying the ball off here. Here's Gonzalez. Comets just slowly getting this wheel to turn here and keeping a lot more of the possession of the football. Here's Edmonds. That was rather hit at him. Villegas is tackled by Harrigill, but that's a foul, says the referee.
You're starting to see the Comets really impose themselves onto this game a little more. It's almost like it's taken them the 20 minutes, the 15 minutes to pick it up, and then now here we are 20, 25 minutes in, and they're starting to really put their will on this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if we got one or two before the half is out. Of course, that's always as a lifelong Comet, a hope of mine. Going on my now 14th year here in some capacity, Bishop Kelley, either as a student or a teacher.
There you go. Thomas Cunningham with the foul there. Here's Ramsey being brought in. Blonde hair on the right-hand side for the Tigers. Deep ball into box. That's easy for Austin Wormel, who punts the ball down to the right-hand side, looking for Ben Barkley, but headed away by Callison for the Tigers. Ben Barkley wants to take this and does quickly. Gets it back from Harrigill. Here is Barkley chipping a ball, looking for it in behind the defence. Here's Estrada. Estrada now left foot, doesn't get over the top of it, and that's going to be a goal kick. But a shot on kind of on goal.
On field goal. He had a second or two maybe that he could have let that ball settle a little more. I know he had a lot of pressure behind him, but maybe could have settled or even just held it up and waited for some extra help. But nice try, and nothing wrong with putting one in on goal.
Just shows you as well how different district play is to the when it comes to the first round, the knockout stages. It suddenly gets harder. It's the bar is raised a little bit higher, isn't it? And that's what we're seeing here tonight. And credit the opposition.
Well, not just that, but also and obviously opposition gets tougher, but nerves get a little tighter, and especially for those of them that are seniors. At any day, this could be their last game. Maybe they're not going on to play in college, and this could be the last game they ever play of soccer in a competitive sense.
That's right. Now here is the number 10 coming to Logan Smith, away with the ball, one of the captains.
That's unless you're one of the old guys like me who go out and kick around at an indoor and just try not to get injured every week. Which is what I do. As I leave every week, my daughters go, "Don't get injured, Dad."
Yeah. Now here is a foul by Braden Hudgens on the number 16, Callison. Thank you for your company here on Bishop Kelley. You can get in touch with us at BKTV Live. We would love to have your tweets. They will come up on the screen. That's a long ball over the top. Out comes Wormel has to do well there. Possibly could have picked that up. He was inside his area, I think, but Austin Wormel didn't want to take the chance and cleared the ball. Throw into Pryor. You can see their supporters on the far side who've made the relatively short journey. What is it, Colin, 45 minutes?
Yeah, about that. I think it's about 45 minutes to get into town, and Pryor's a nice little town and nice area south of Tulsa.
So here's Habib
Nice
going
play
past.
by Habib. Just couldn't hold it.
Yeah, road 1 challenge. That's going to go out, and it will be a throw-in to the Comets. Chris Ritchie wants to come into the fray, and it's Graham Chappell who's going to do a straight swap. Now that is more of a balance, because Chappell was playing at left back, and Chris Ritchie is a left footer, so he'll go on to the left hand side. Graham Chappell still coming back from that injury.
Yeah, coming back from an injury, and his sister, Ellie Chappell, is one of the stars for the Lady Comets, who won earlier today, 6-1. So, nice win. Hopefully we get double wins for the Chappell family.
Yeah, and hopefully a nice little local derby against local rivals Cascio on Friday night. We'll see what the scores come out tonight. Cascio in the girls were playing Noble. Comets have beaten both of those teams, the Lady Comets. The winners of Claremore and Memorial await the winners of this
Nice
game.
turn by Ben Barkley.
Here is Ben Barkley down the right-hand side. Can he go in behind the defender? He can. Pull back
Oh,
needed.
that's gotta
Here's
be.
Habib.
Come on,
Oh,
Habib.
that is
Oh.
a brilliant save. That is a tremendous save. We're going to get a replay. There's a player injured as well.
That is an absolutely beautiful save. I thought that was in the back of the net. Absolutely.
I mean, I guess the only argument you say is if he'd hit it either side, it would have been a goal. Here's Colin Manning taking you through the replay.
So Barkley comes down the wing here, down, and makes a great run around that defender. Habib is wide open, holds it, and just hits it right at the keeper. A yard either side, and that's ripping the back of the net. And my prediction of Adam Habib being the first scorer was nearly right on. Man, I thought that was going into the back of the net, but you got to credit the goalkeeper. Made himself big, came up, closed the angle down, and got the score. I didn't see the injury to number 8 on their team. On the Pryor team, I didn't see who that.
It's Vielgas, and I think it was his own defender. Actually, it was nothing to do with the Comet. Now, Chris Ritchie's been brought over to talk to Coach Barkley. The players getting drinks on. It's a dry night. It's certainly not too cold, and no rain, no sign of any rain yet. Although I am informed that we could get some rain at the close of this game. The referee being handed the ball by the keeper. Warm applause for the lad Vielgas, who's being wheeled away there. You can see with his coach there, and the referee just placing the ball. It's going to be sportingly Rowlands with the goalkeeper, and Pryor have made a change, and coming to this near side is the number 15.
I mean, credit Habib for getting that ball in, but really that was Ben Barkley. His ability to turn that player and get into that box really opened up that chance, and I think we're going to see that again. That's once or twice that we've gotten down that right side and been able to make a turn into the box.
Hobbs is the player that's come on for the Tigers, wearing 15, Seth Hobbs. Here's Andreas Gonzalez, who's a senior at Bishop Kelley High School. Here's another senior, Habib, who's committed to TU. Round 1 into the box. Gets a good ball into the box. Where's it going to fall? Oh, it's another great save there. And I think it was Chris Ritchie with the shot there. And we'll see a replay of that one. That was good play from Habib, and here's Colin Manning.
Another play from Habib coming down the wing, coming at around the corner. Nearly could have, honestly, if he had taken a dive there, might have worked the penalty. The ball falls through into Chris Ritchie, who hits another beautiful save. This keeper is having the night of his life and able to get it up over the goal, which gives us a corner kick.
Yeah, Rowland with the save there. He's made 2 tremendous saves in the space of the last 2 minutes. Once from Habib and once from Ritchie. That's to the far post. That's over everybody, and that's going to go harmlessly away for a goal kick, and it remains 0-0. But signs of the Comets just turning the screw a little bit here, Colin.
Absolutely, well, they're really beginning to show their skill. They're beginning to be. They're the team that, as I say, are asking all of the questions. But at some point, we got to get one of those questions answered. We got to get a goal on the score sheet, because that's where it counts. And at this point, we're very susceptible to a counterattack. So hopefully, we keep pushing forward, but protecting on defense.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We'll bring up some statistics for you in district play here in just a few moments, because the ball is in play again, and here's Joe Edmonds feeding Adam Habib.
Habib's got space again.
Yeah, going round 3. Here's Gonzalez just running the ball away from his feet there. Ball over the top, looking for the lone striker. Thomas Cunningham is with him. That's good battling from those two. Cunningham steps in and wins it away from the Tigers. And then Cunningham gives it away, and that ball is away by the Tigers, but in steps Joe Edmonds, chesting it down now. Good running from Edmonds. Good ball over the top here, looking for Harrigill. Out comes the keeper, and Harrigill bumps into the keeper, and that will be a foul against Harrigill on the keeper. I think the referee got that one just about right. The last games for the Pryor boys, 2 wins against Tahlequah 1-0, which basically put them into the playoffs, and they just before that beat Kelley 4-3 in a thriller. They did lose to Claremore 2-1, but they beat Casher Hall 3-0 and Collinsville 3-2.
Parker Harrigill's got the ball down the left.
And just to complete district play, they lost to Skiatook and East Central.
Ball into Habib.
Yeah, here is Habib now. What can he do with it? Again, Tahlequah step in, but Habib wins it back for the men in white, the Comets. Edmonds going on the outside, the long way round. Decent ball needed. It is a decent ball. Harrigill gets a touch on it, but it was just a little bit behind him, Colin.
Yeah, he just really couldn't get a foot on it. Kind of caught it with his back heel and hope of maybe catching the keeper off, but nothing he could really do. The ball came too far back in on him. Well, not on Twitter, but we do have people watching across the country, and my wife Kathleen writes in and says that they're watching, and it's an exciting game for the Comets. It
certainly is, and 0-0 the score. Colin Manning alongside me, Coach Dave Saunders here.
If you do want to catch us on Twitter, you catch us at BKTV Live, and we'd be happy to put your tweets up on the screen. I think we have that capability tonight, along with our replays.
We certainly do. So here is Benelli. Excuse me. Here's Estrada, who's not seen a lot of the ball, Sebastian Estrada. He's started life on the right. He's on the left now. Ball kneed away, only as far as Gonzalez, who tries to go over one, and then pushes him away right in front of the referee, and that will be a free kick.
Pryor free kick.
So free kick to Pryor with just 8 minutes left. That's too much, and that's going to go through to Austin Wormel, the highlighter.
Pryor should have let that hold up just a little bit longer before they took that. They had guys running almost free down the side.
Chris Ritchie overruns that one a little bit. Matt Smith goes and has a chat with Coach Barkley.
So those of you who don't know, we have kids come in all the way from Muskogee. Chris Ritchie is one that's nearly an hour drive away, as both Mr. Saunders and I know. And not only that, Chris Ritchie drives in with a German Shepherd that he's training to be a service dog named Justice.
Yes, we're used to the hounds wandering around the
Bishop Kelley free kick.
Sometimes Kelley looks like a dog kennel. We've got, 4 or 5 dogs that are being trained to be service dogs, but I think it's a great service that we do and our kids got involved in.
Just watching the coach from Pryor, they're upset with that last decision. Thought it should have gone Tahlequah way now. Harrigill looked as though he was impeded there.
It looked like there's 3 different fouls. Are they going to give him a penalty kick?
Referee just running in there, just checking that. Well, he's just saying to Harrigill, watch your challenges.
I think Harrigill got fouled 3 times on the way into that ball.
I have to say, I thought he was fouled, but Habib has a little chat with his coach there, just out of shot below us. Barkley up front, trying to pull the strings. Harrigill's the number 9. Jack Barkley waits. Here's Estrada running into a little bit of trouble. And here's Hudgings laying it off to Edmonds. Edmonds now to Habib. Habib's a little bit of space. Hobbs comes back to check his run. Edmonds again into Gonzalez. Gonzalez now.
Then they switch the ball.
Yeah. Estrada trying to feed it through to Ben Barkley. Doesn't reach him. Estrada wins it back. Estrada goes down. Play on, says the referee. Here's Ben Barkley. Gonzalez trying to return the favour. Comes off Gonzalez's right foot, and that's going to be a throw-in to the Comets. And
Chris Ritchie standing out there all by himself saying, switch the ball, switch it, get it over here. I've got space. It just gets so crowded on this right side.
That's an interesting substitution. Adam Habib's come off, and on comes Jack Barkley.
He was talking with Coach Barkley for a couple of seconds there, and I'm wondering if maybe he
Jack Barkley
may have gotten injured or gotten hurt a little bit.
And I think Jack Barkley will go up top, and Parker Harrigill might go out wide on the left-hand side.
I saw him sitting and talking with Coach Barkley, and for a good 30 seconds a minute, I wonder if maybe there was a slight injury there.
Welcome to Angelo Prasso Field. You can see the name of the stadium in the background there. Let's Pryor get us back underway.
Again, if you want to catch us on Twitter, it is at BKTV Live, and we should be able to see those on the screen tonight. And so hopefully you can catch us there at BKTV Live.
And
long throw in. Oh, is this Chris Ritchie came over to take this throw in? I can't see down in the corner. It is Chris Ritchie.
Here's Chris Ritchie's long throw under the keeper's nose. There it is. Jack Barkley with the goal. And it was just the old 1-2. It was a long throw in. Well, sometimes, that's what it needs to break the deadlock. And there's Jack Barkley. Jack Barkley gets his 6th goal in district play, his 12th of the season, and we are just about to see a replay. There he is, Jack Barkley, of the goal. But it, sometimes it's not finesse; it's just get it in there.
Yeah.
Colin Manning.
This is almost better than a corner kick for us. Chris Ritchie just has this amazing long throw that he's able to do, and Barkley just goes up and heads it straight in the goal. I mean, that's as easy as it gets. It's actually easier to throw it that way for Chris Ritchie than it is to take a corner, get a little bit better of an angle on that kind of a throw. And that's why I was surprised earlier when Ritchie came on that wasn't what he was brought on to do, to just throw that one long throw. Instead, they let Joe Edmonds take it. And that, sometimes that is what it takes to break that deadlock, and now I think the Comets may take off.
And we, talking to taking off, we celebrate another plane coming into Tulsa International
Look at Joe Edmonds is hustling now. He's going to try to play through.
He's just overhit that. And what I want to say as well is there was no complaints at all from anyone. There was no foul on the keeper there. I think Jack Barkley just jumped, had his eyes on the ball, headed the ball home from virtually on the goal line.
Keeper was back behind him. If anything, Barkley got shuffled a little bit, but there was no foul there, and that was a perfectly clean goal. And that's what Barkley does. He's there to head it in. He also loves to score those super tight angled goals, and really he loves to score the outside of his foot.
Jack Barkley, who did score 4 in one game against Bixby in the regular season, it seems ages ago now, in a 6-0 win.
Nothing better than beating Bixby.
Here is Chris Ritchie now on the outside. Chris Ritchie drives one when he needed to perhaps pull it back. So 1-0 the score. It was a very old-fashioned goal. Very un-Comet-like from this for
those of you who are new Comet fans and don't know, Bixby and Kelley were rivals for 20 years or so before Bixby moved up to 6A. They were the epic rivals for years and years and years.
And as you say, they're now 6A, and the Comets 5A, but went their regular season, beat them 6-0. So here we are in 5A. We did have a tweet in the girls' game saying that the Comets should be 6A team. Well, we don't make the rules, so Estrada gets brought down, and that's going to be a free kick. And we've got 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. And credit the opposition from Pryor, who've made this difficult for the Comets tonight. There's Coach Barkley in the red cap there, the head coach. And there's the AD creeping in there, Lance Parks, into shot.
Yeah, they really pushed us strong, especially for that first 20 minutes. But the last 20 minutes, the Comets have started to impose themselves. And I think now with that one goal going into halftime, there we go. Nice little play by Pryor. But with that one goal lead going into half, I think we can really push forward and get maybe 2 or 3 as the night goes on.
Logan Smith with the interception. Now another plane comes into Tulsa International Airport. We're being spoiled here with planes coming into Tulsa International Airport. So, going to be a throw-in. Sebastian Estrada, BKTV. That's from, I'm trying to see who that's from. Keep it up, guys. Nice goal, says our first tweeter of the night.
From at Acadia, Brazil, it looks like.
Yes. Thank you for that one. And it was a nice goal, as you say. Chris Ritchie's long throw. We'll take you through some highlights at half-time.
Well, it's a classic center-forward goal. Just sort of jump up, be taller than everybody else, and put it in. At Kathleen33. Hi, Kathleen. That's my wife. Go BK Soccer. That's my lovely wife. There she is. It says Go BK Soccer.
Thank you, Kathleen. And thank you for allowing us to have your husband for a few hours. to commentate in this wonderful.
She's having to put all the kids to bed, so
Yes.
it's nice to have her
Yes.
have her in there.
Jack Barkley pulling the defender there. Just got to be a little bit careful. And Ramsey says, come on, have a word with Barkley. And that's exactly what the referee's doing. And I like this sensible refereeing. Not producing cards, all over the place, sensibly calming things down. And probably said something along the lines of, as Jack Barkley goes to shake their hands. But he's probably said something along the lines of, the next one, and you'll be carded. And, that's good referee.
Well, and especially Jack, who picked up kind of an unusual red card at Union, where if I wasn't at the game, from the word I heard, he got punched and then still got carded. So
all sorts went on that night.
Not quite sure how that went down. That was an interesting game against Union, but that's the end of the half. Comets up 1-0.
Yeah, as you say, Comets up 1-0. It's not been free-flowing football that we used to with the Comets. If this is your first time watching the Comets, this is very un-Comets-like. Although, Colin, would you still say generally that Austin Wormel has not had much to do? There we are in the commentary box. Have the Comets been in control? Can we put it that way?
I think really after that first 15, 20 minutes where they kind of were back and forth between the two, although Wormel never really got challenged, I think the Comets really started to impose themselves. We had a couple of drives, one by Adam Habib down the right, one by Ben Barkley down the right, both of which could have scored goals. Habib was actually incredibly unlucky not to have scored a goal, really just a foot either side. He had a goal there. And then with that Richie throw-in and goal by Barkley, that has kind of opened up this game. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Comets from here on out just really imposed themselves.
But a bit of credit to the opposition. They have come out and they've taken it to the Comets. They've come with a game plan and they've made it hard for the Comets to play.
Well, that's what I've been really excited to see, is that Pryor hasn't parked the bus, hasn't put 8 at the back and just played for a counterattack or played for penalty kicks. They've really gone out and tried to take the game to the Comets. Now, it's slowed down in the last 20 minutes as the Comets have gotten more possession, but I've been really impressed with their work rate and their ability to try to keep pushing forward.
Colin's going to try and find me a cup of tea from somewhere. We'll take a short break here. We'll come back with the highlights of the first half. Thanks for your company. Don't go away. We'll be back after this short break. You're watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Mary Chris Revard from the class of 2014, and I am excited to introduce the BK family to Gateway Mortgage Group. Gateway Mortgage is Oklahoma's largest independent mortgage company and employs over 1,000 people across the country. Everything Gateway does revolves around their core value of being passionate about strengthening families. When you need a mortgage company for the next place you will call home, consider Gateway Mortgage Group, where we close loans on time, every time.
Welcome back in then to the Angelo Prasser Field here at Bishop Kelley High School here in Tulsa. Thank you for your company tonight. My name is Dave Saunders and alongside me is Colin Manning, and we've been watching the first half of the boys game here. The girls having put Tahlequah away 6-1. They go on to host on Friday night. We're hoping very much, Colin, that it's going to be a double host here with the boys who, will use those words again. I think they're in control, but the opposition have not made it easy and they've stopped the free-flowing football.
Absolutely. What we're seeing, one is pretty obvious. So the Comets like to go down this right-hand side through Habib. I mean, that's pretty obvious that's where the Comets like to run through. And then Pryor has obviously watched some tape on us, and they are packing the defense on that right-hand side. You can see whole acres of space over on the left, but we're just not able to get it crossed over there to get us some space and get us open, and so they're just closing our guys down. Now, we've seen a couple of good runs. Both Habib turning the corner and Ben Barkley being able to turn the corner. And if we can do that some more, then they're going to have to start to shift their defense a little bit. And they're going to have to play a little more open here in the second half. They can't pack in as much, not that they have been too terribly, but they can't pack in as much now with the 1-0 lead. They know they've got to get a goal back, and they've got to get it back through the human highlighter, Austin Wormel, which is going to be a challenge for them. And if we can keep the game on their half and then let Wormel just sort of clean up in the back, I think we should be able to see ourselves through here with even just a 1-0 scoreline. But I think we got a couple more goals left in us.
We should say as well that Austin Wormel in the Comets goal has not been troubled. There have been no shots on his goal in that first half, and it has been, shall we say, in control. There's a nice picture of the field from our pitch side camera, and it's all looking pretty calm out there. I'm sure Coach Barkley's in there giving them a few choice words at times, because he knows, and we all know, Colin, that they can perform better than this. But again, it's this is playoff football. It's a different, if you'll pardon the irony, a different ball game than just a straightforward district play, isn't it?
Well, and you wonder if the guys came out here in the first half saying, "Oh well, we ran through districts. We only gave up one goal. We haven't lost in weeks and weeks, and maybe we can take a little breather and get through this district game pretty easily, and then worry about next round." But it looks like they're working hard, and they picked it up, especially in that second half of the first half, and it's been nice to see their work rate, and really that they've got to start putting their passes a little more crisply. One of the things I've seen throughout the whole first half was passes were hitting guys on the back heel. They were going a yard or two ahead of them. They were running a little bit on them. They were getting caught up in their feet over and over and over again. And as long as those guys can start to get passes that land a foot or two ahead of them so they can run onto the ball rather than the ball being directly at them, then that would really open us up to play. I don't think so much, I do think there has been times where Pryor has imposed their will upon us and really closed us down, but most of it has been us not playing in a way that allow us to go more free running and really get out ahead of the ball. And that's been one of the things that we've had to see as we go on. One of the nice things, as you saw earlier, that shot across the way of our stadium here. We're on phase 3, hopefully. Phase 1 was, we got some highlights here. So here is Ben Barkley feeding it through to Habib. Habib turning that corner and nearly chipping it in on the goalkeeper.
And then we had Jack Barkley on the other side here, twisting and turning. And this neat little flick there, that's just nonchalant. And then it was just chipped over by Estrada. 14 attempts and a goal from the Comets. Here's Joe Edmonds down the right-hand side.
And Edmonds chips into Ben Barkley. And Barkley, again, that's one of those things I was talking about earlier, where it just came straight at him rather than maybe just a couple of feet away from him.
Then we had Andreas Gonzalez in the midfield there, 23, left-footed ball forward off the defender. Here's Ben Barkley. This was one of the better chances.
I still can't believe we didn't score this goal.
Yeah, into the box, and there's Harrigan with a glancing header. If he just got more on that, it would have been in the back of the net.
Yeah, either more on that or come to that shorter side. He would have been right in. And here's Barkley coming in again. He makes it around, and this is the pass over to, I don't know how Adam Habib missed that. It's harder to miss that than it is to put it in, but that goalkeeper made himself big.
And there's Habib again, just before he came off the field for a little rest. He goes round the outside, ball into the box. Where's it falls? Chris Ritchie, and that was a good save from Roland in the goal.
That was a great save, and that's another option of or chance of the keeper just being big and being in the right place.
Now here's Habib. The lad goes down there. Parker Harrigan looked as though he was fouled a little bit there, and then there was all sorts going on, defenders falling all over the place. Here's the goal.
So Ritchie gets the ball, and this is his specialty, is this long throw. He actually comes from the left back all the way to the right side of the field for this long throw. Drags the foot right in, and Barkley is there with a nice header straight down and in. Nobody complains about a potential foul. It was right in, clean play, really beautifully executed by the Comets.
And that brought us to the halftime score of 1-0. We will take a short break, and then Coach Barkley and his men will be out there. Nice goal, great commentating, thank you, from Cheryl Sanders. Now, I know who you are, Cheryl. That's Brett Cromwell's mum.
Well, Cheryl Sanders was actually my colleague for 9 years.
Of course
and,
she was.
Cheryl, come up and have lunch with us. We'd love to see you soon. We miss you.
Yeah, Cheryl, thank you for that. We'll have a short break, and we'll be back as the referee and his assistants walk out to the middle. You're watching BKTV.live.
Hi, I'm Mary Chris Revard from the class of 2014, and I am excited to introduce the BK family to Gateway Mortgage Group. Gateway Mortgage is Oklahoma's largest independent mortgage company and employs over 1,000 people across the country. Everything Gateway does revolves around their core value of being passionate about strengthening families. When you need a mortgage company for the next place you will call home, consider Gateway Mortgage Group, where we close loans on time, every time.
Coach Saunders, I'll bring up the microphones. Coach Saunders and Colin Manning here. We've got a couple of tweets, which I think Colin can bring you. Here we go, Colin.
Here it is from Christopher Manning. BK's work rate has been great. More work offensively down the right side and care from the counter. This should be 3-0 in the end. And that's my brother from Washington, D.C. checking in with us.
We'll hold him to that. 3-0.
And then the next one is from Ben Reisenhover, watching from Kansas City. Good luck, Brooks
Benelli.
Benelli,
Yep.
Thank you, and BK Comets.
Thank you for that. And Ben, I will tell you, I teach Brooks in the algebra classroom, a thoroughly nice young man. And I will say again, as I often do in commentary, he is a freshman, as you will know, Ben, and he's hit the ground running, because he's just come in there. I got it in the end, didn't I? He's just come into the fight, and we were impressed with him in the tryouts. He just was talking, and he's a centre back. I mean, for a freshman to be a centre back, I think is pretty good. I'm really impressed by the number 15, Brooks Benelli.
Centre back really is the I always think was sort of the captain of the defense, and they've got to be able to see the whole field in front of them and understand how everybody's going to work, where the keeper's going to be. And for a freshman to come in and play that, as you and I know as Arsenal fans, Koscielny and those central defenders typically are the captains of the team, and really well played. And I've been impressed with the Comets, and what I've really been impressed with, you look at our Twitter feed, we've got people from Kansas City and D.C. and Austin and Lafayette, Louisiana, and all over the country watching the Comets play tonight, and that's exciting. It's one of the great things about this BK TV Live that I never had as a fan growing up, that you can watch them anytime that you want, and that's exciting. Now the Comets will be going south to north now, with the Pryor going the opposite way. We're going to flip sides. A little bit of breeze going to be in the Comets' face for this half, but nothing too strong. Not like last week, where it was a real howler in their face.
And there's Coach Barkley in the middle there, in the red cap. You can just see him behind Sebastian Estrada there. You can see Austin Wormel in that bright green, bringing him in, one of the three captains. And we are just about ready for the second half. And I'm just going to hand you over to Colin Manning just for a moment.
What I've been impressed by is and has been somewhat shocking, is how little the Comets have subbed. It's been actually not that big of that many subs. Unlike other soccer, in high school they can sub as many times and in and out as they want. And we've really only brought Chris Ritchie in and out, and that is showing the strength of our starting squad.
Here we go then in the second half. 1-0. Jack Barkley.
Barkley's going to get a card for that one, I would.
No, he's got away with a little push there. He's got to be a little bit careful, as you said in the first half.
He's bringing him over. Let's see.
When he gets frustrated. Now
he can have a little bit of a hot head. He can be a little willing to push guys over. He's claiming he was pulled, but
he was the man in the way was Ramsey, the number 4. So free kick to Pryor. Keep your tweets coming in to @BKTV Live. We'd love to have your tweets in, and of course those of you watching have seen your tweets up on the screen. Such is our technology here. Good win from Graham Chappell there. Here's Ben Barkley ahead of him. Jack Barkley. Jack Barkley leaves it to Adam Habib. Barkley goes down, he was tripped, and that's going to be an offside flag on the far side. Oof. Ben Barkley was taken out, Jack Barkley taken out off the ball there. I think it was a little inadvertently, and Coach Barkley wants a word with the referee, and the referee just having a quick listen to Coach Barkley there. Offside though.
That was a long time before that offside call got actually blown.
I think it's letting the player become active, isn't it?
Yeah, but I mean Habib out of the that just seemed like a long.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Hobbs giving the ball away there to Chappell. Chappell back on, started left back. Chris Ritchie came on. Ritchie's back on the bench. So we'll give you the Comets lineup in a minute. Here's Ben Barkley, the playmaker, looking for Jack, his brother. Here's Braden Hudgens trying to get the ball to Habib. Hudgens goes down. Two players go down there. Both get up, get on with it. Here's Estrada laying the ball off to Gonzalez. Pryor working hard. That's a great ball over the top, looking for Habib now. Barkley's in there. In goes Joe Edmonds. Habib just running out again. Here's Ben Barkley now up against two. Good play into Habib. Habib round one. Slips the ball in, looking for Barkley. It's going to come here to Gonzalez, who tried to hit it with his right foot there. He is a left footer, and away come Pryor. They trail by a 0-0. A Jack Barkley header from a Chris Ritchie throw in the first half.
And you watch on the middle, they got 2 against 1.
And that ball is out. It's going to be a throw in taken by the number 9 Craig on the far side. And there's going to be, there's going to be a substitution. Off certainly is going to number 15 Hobbs.
Well, we're pretty happy that ran out of bounds because we had 2 guys running in our central defense with nobody really able to mark them. It was a 2-on-1 if they'd been able to slip the ball through.
Hosberg, the number 2, has come on. Here is Jack Barkley battling away, and that's another foul. He's got to be very careful, and the referee now, persistent fouling. Jack Barkley's got to be very, very careful.
And the refs talked to him 3 times. There
and
it is.
That is the yellow card. And Jack Barkley,
he's got it. I wouldn't be surprised. Here we go. Parker Harrigill's going to come in, going to cool Jack Barkley down. He might get a red. He needs to just walk away. His brother steps in, tries to get him to calm down. And does he have a red card in his pocket?
No, it was just a yellow. Okay, Jack Barkley goes off.
And Jack needed to come out. He tends to get a foul and then keep the heat up, and sometimes you just got to pull him off the field and sit him down for a little bit.
Parker Harrigill, as you say, takes his place. Referee, to be fair, gave him plenty of warnings.
Oh yeah, warning after warning after warning, and now he's got to go talk to his dad. That may be the worst thing he's done for the night.
Free kick into the box. Bounces around, ends up at the feet of Habib, who's temporarily in the left back position here. Scoops it forward, looking for Gonzalez. Gonzalez is tackled by Ramsey.
I don't think his dad's looked at him yet. Don't talk to me, son.
Right, here's Habib trying to win the ball back against Pryor. Pryor have come out. They've got to come out, as Colin mentioned in the half-time break here. They trail by 0-0. Here's Braden Hudgens in lots of space. As they push forward, then you'd have to say, there are going to be gaps behind them, Colin.
There will be now. They're going to have to really push forward and really play an even higher line than they were playing before. And to some extent, having Jack come out and a little more mobile guy, a little faster guy, and Parker Harrigill may be to the Comets' advantage.
Here is Gonzalez now, will easily feed this to Habib. Habib's got one ahead of him. Habib will take him on. It's a 1-2 with Hudgens. Ramsey steps in. Habib again from Hudgens. Habib now will shoot across goal. Who's on the far side? Nobody. Well, I say nobody. Harrigill was there, but it's one of those when it's difficult to get on the end of those, isn't it?
I don't think Harrigill thought it was coming across, going to make it through to him. I think he probably thought Barkley was going to get a foot on it, and it just curved around everybody. It was a great idea by Habib and just went a little step too far.
There's the keeper, Roland, who's made a couple of very good saves in the first half. One from Habib when it was hit right at him, but he had to just palm it away. And then the second one was the shot from Chris Ritchie, which he tipped over the bar. 1-0, the Comets lead. There's Habib with a bit of trickery to get round 2.
Habib always seems to be taking on 2 guys. I don't know how that happens, but it's always him slipping through 2 guys. Oh,
that's
nice
a good ball from Gonzalez. Here's Ben Barkley onto his right foot. Can he curl one now towards the far side? He can! Oh, that's a brilliant goal from Ben Barkley. Well, Ben Barkley was going nowhere down the left-hand side. He came back on, killed it dead, curls it with his right foot. A fantastic goal from Ben Barkley. And Colin Manning will take you through the replay. As I tell you, that is Ben Barkley's 4th goal in district play.
Absolutely beautiful goal. Chappell puts through into Gonzalez, and Gonzalez chips it nice with his left foot down to Ben Barkley, and Ben Barkley cuts it right back, waits, holds, waits, cross, and directly into the goal. I mean, what a beautiful curled shot. You couldn't shoot it better than that. That was an absolutely beautiful workable goal, and that was all Ben Barkley, and it was exciting to see. I looked down at his brother Jack, who just picked up the foul, was on the sideline cheering his brother on. With his dad. What an exciting night, and to put us up 2-0.
And here's Craig, though. Danger here for Craig. Inside the box, past Wormel, but away by Graham Chappell. I don't think that was going to goal, but it just shows you when you've just scored, you're at your most vulnerable.
Absolutely. It's so often the adrenaline's going, and you're not looking for that counter, and that was the best chance Pryor's had all night.
Certainly was. Probably their only chance, to be fair. Here's Craig's long throw. Out comes Austin Wormel, and that is what Creighton are going to get. Austin Wormel, I was just going to say as well, St. Louis are getting a pretty good one in Ben Barkley.
Yeah, Habib was just screaming for the ball down the side.
And he's got it now. Look at that from Wormel straight to Habib.
Oh, that's a beautiful punt. Those little side punts.
Habib is on fire now. Yeah, it is. He can pick anybody out.
Habib wants one.
Here's Estrada. First touch wasn't great.
Habib has seen everybody score so far, and now he wants one.
Oh! And Andres Gonzalez hits the post. Well, keeper was beaten all ends up there, and well, Colin will take us through the replay of that one. A great strike. I think he was probably 23 yards out. Here it is.
That was one of those goals none of us thought was coming. Just Gonzalez just whips it with his left foot, and man, goalie's best friend, that little piece of wood.
Yeah, indeed. And he was a good 25 yards out, actually, as I saw the replay there. Here is Habib now, and Ramsey's got his work cut out the right back. You almost think they have to double up on Habib. Habib trying to get the ball wide on the left. In steps Harrigill trying to win it, but that's good play from Pryor as they clear their lines. There's Benelli.
Oh,
that's given away by Habib. And here's Craig, but he won't get past Benelli here. Benelli will just clear his lines, but this lad Craig, the number 9, suddenly got a bit lively up front.
Yeah, a little bit. Nice play by Benelli, just to know where you are, what you're supposed to do, put it out, save your, don't let him have the runaway. Just put it out. And that's something that young players don't understand a lot. That it's okay to put it out of bounds sometimes.
He possibly could have gone back to the keeper.
Could have gone back to the keeper. That's actually what I thought he was going to do, but I think he saw the play and that it was maybe a little safer just to put it out. And it hasn't hurt the Collins.
Here's Estrada battling away with 2.
Oh,
comes out with the
ball
ball
Estrada
as well, the sophomore. Now Edmonds has gone on the overlap, the right back, the senior Joe Edmonds. Cross country, basketball, good all-round sportsman is Joe Edmonds. Here's Cunningham switching the play to the left-hand side to the latest goal scorer Ben Barkley. He won't keep that one in, and that will go harmlessly away for a throw-in for Pryor, which is going to be taken by their number 4 Ramsey.
Christopher Manning says working down the left now seems to be opening things up a bit. If Kelley keeps form defensively, they should be through at #BKTV Live.
Thank you very much, Christopher. Where's Christopher again, Colin? Remind me.
Well, he actually went to Broken Arrow, but for high school, but now he lives in Washington D.C. and has for almost 20 years now.
Here's Barkley feeding it off to Christopher's left-hand side that he wants. Here's Ben Barkley now, twisting and turning, keeping the ball in the red zone, which is inside the 18-yard box. Oh, that's a good piece of play
Habib.
from Habib. Now, where's it going to fall? It's going to come back here to Edmonds. Edmonds now will go on the overlap. Will he get a cross in? Nobody will win a corner.
Worked a corner. Well worked corner. Well deserved there.
But Habib there with a wonderful piece of skill, just going through 2 Pryor defenders there. So corner, and you just feel that second goal has knocked a little bit of wind out of the Pryor sails.
Well, one goal, I think Pryor had a chance of coming back and could maybe nick one on an overlap on a long ball, on a counterattack, something like that. But now 2 down, the task just gets harder and harder and harder, especially with the human highlighter back there. It just keeps getting rougher. Here's the corner in. Oh!
Gonzalez hits the post. And what's the linesman given there?
They're saying offsides.
Yes, no, that's very good officiating, because, of course, what happened was the corner taker can't touch the ball again until someone else has touched it. That's very good officiating, well spotted, because it hit the post, came back to the same man. That is not allowed to happen. That's very good officiating. Yeah, very good.
So now we've had 2. Gonzalez has hit the post twice.
Yes,
on 2 consecutive shots. And that's a harder way to hit the post. To try to curl it in to hit the post is a real challenge.
Coach Barkley is just questioning that piece of officiating, I think, with the near side assistant referee.
But essentially, he passed it to himself, and you're not allowed to do that.
That's right. Well, Harrigan was really in there. Here's Habib threading it forward, away by the Pryor defence. In steps Chappell with his left foot. Gonzalez has pushed the player over. Play on, says the referee. No foul. There's a great ball from Barkley's off.
He was about a yard off. He just went just a touch too early, didn't he?
Offside. 2-0.
That assistant ref on the other side is having a great night.
Yeah. Good piece of officiating, yeah.
You gotta appreciate it when the officials are doing the right thing. The main referee has done a good job, tried to calm Barkley down, and then let him play and play and play until it got too much. And really, these referees have done a tremendous job. Well, there's a foul. Pushed him right out of the way.
Yeah, a push by the number 23 Spencer, pushing Braden Hudgens away. And there is the referee blowing his whistle, and it'll be a free kick which Graham Chappell will take right on halfway. Comets leading by 2-0, goal in each half. First goal from Chris Ritchie, long throw in onto the head of Jack Barkley, who's since taken a yellow card and is now on the sideline. And then we've just seen a great goal, a curling right-footed shot from the captain, the St. Louis commit, Ben Barkley. His 4th goal in district play this season. Here he is on the ball.
He normally does such a good job at that number 10 role of being more of a distributor than a goal scorer, but that was a heck of a goal.
It really was. He made time and space, and the thing I loved about that goal was he killed the ball dead, was able to look up and then curl the shot.
Yeah, well, killed it dead twice. Killed it with his left foot, brought it back right. Then I saw a guy coming in, just held it with his right foot. Watched the guy fly by and then hit it with his right foot, and it was just a beautiful goal.
So into the fray comes Seth Hobbs again, the number 15 for Pryor. As we said, not too long a journey from Pryor down here to Tulsa. Here's Habib battling away on the halfway line. Cunningham brings in Chappell. Chappell now threading it forward, and Habib ran into a player, and then Harrigo goes down. Players everywhere on the turf. That's a lovely ball through to Ben Barkley. Out comes the keeper, Roland, and does extremely well under pressure from Barkley.
Yeah, Habib was crying for a foul there, but I think the ref basically said, yeah, you won the ball, keep playing.
And here's Cunningham talking about winning the ball.
Barkley needs to get back on sides. There he is. Okay.
Cunningham is so strong at the back, and not a lot gets past him, and if it does, he's wrestling away to get it back. That's going to be... Well, the referee's blown the whistle there. I'm not sure quite what... the result is it is a Pryor throw-in. You can see the Pryor supporters on the far side here. Still in T-shirts. It's a few people have got jackets on, Colin, and we're expecting a bit of rain later on. But it's not too cold here, is it, in Tulsa?
No, it's an absolutely gorgeous night. It's one of those where I debated wearing shorts, but the last time I wore shorts, I was freezing, so I put on jeans tonight.
Here's Habib, round 1. Round 2, Habib shot. Oh, just over the top, Adam Habib.
It's rising all the time.
Get a replay on that one. This will be a balmy night in England, of course.
Yeah, but, that ball just kept rising and rising as he comes down the left, cuts inside, trips left again, goes for the shot, and it was just rising all the time. I do love those goals, though, when those that go up and then score into the top of the net, and that was one of those. If he had another couple of yards with it before he shot, that's exactly how that goal would have gone in.
And a little bit of credit to the defender there, who ended up, making it difficult for Adam as he shot there. Now here come Pryor. Back door needs to be shut by the Comets here. Benelli's pressuring the player. There's a shot coming in, but the number 7 there, Charqueno, needs to do a lot better than that to beat the highlighter from there.
Yeah, Wormel saw that going out the whole way. Didn't even really make a play on it, but
let's
a little bit of pressure on goal.
Let's have your tweets again at BKTV Live. Love them. Are you a alum or a parent or a grandparent, or why are you watching our feed? Where are you from? Are you from Pryor? We'd love to hear from some supporters from Pryor. What sort of a season have you had? And we are certainly impressed with your team tonight, making it very difficult here for the Comets, although the Comets lead by 2-0. Here's Habib feeding in Thomas Cunningham. Cunningham under pressure from Craig, who's worked hard up there for the Tigers.
Risky tackle. He came in from behind. If that had caught Cunningham, that could have been bad. Ooh.
And that came off Gonzalez, did it? No, it came
off
Pryor lad, yeah.
Yeah, number 2, it looked like it just came straight off his head.
So you feel that if Pryor are going to get back in this, they're going to need a goal fairly quickly with nearly half of the second half gone.
Yeah, they're really going to have to get in, I would say in the next five minutes at least, get a goal in just to even put some pressure on.
Ben Barkley just on site. Can he keep the ball in? Yes, he can.
So I'd say it looks more like we're going to get a third than they're going to get a first here recently.
Here's Braden Hudgens, wrong footing Hobbs there. Good ball back into the busy Habib.
Comets are really beginning to move the ball well, just control the game. Little 1-2s, make those triangles.
Oh, that's a wonderful ball from Chappell to Harrigill. Just came onto his wrong foot there.
Yeah, cross-footed him.
But a good run from Braden, a good ball from Graham Chappell, and a good run from Parker Harrigill.
Yeah, I thought that was through, but it just went onto his wrong foot. He was a step ahead of it. We've kind of had that all night, where we've been a step ahead or a step behind, and just haven't been as fluid as we had been in the past. Although, still a great game by the Comets.
2-0 they lead. Ball into the box. Out comes Austin Wormel. Foils any danger that may have been lurking. Here's Habib now. Ramsey's got his hand full because he's got Habib and Barkley. And there easily is Barkley. 2 against 1.
Pass
into Habib.
Habib.
Could this be 3? No, he hit it straight at Roland. But what great play from Barkley and Habib. And if you're Ramsey there, the blonde-haired, highlighted hair there, number 4, if you've got Habib coming at you, okay, just about. But then if you've got Barkley as well, 2-on-1, it's a bit of a nightmare scenario for the young man.
I think they're going to miss each other when they're in college. They play off each other so well, and have for 4 years, and then all of a sudden, you get that. You don't need to talk even on the field. You just know where the other guy's going to be. It's going to take some learning for them with new teammates next year at St. Louis and here at TU.
Yeah, TU, Adam Habib. St. Louis for Ben Barkley, and then Austin Wormel, who's in the goal away to our right. A Creighton commit.
Really 3 great. Oh, there's a foul. Really 3 great college teams, both at Creighton, TU, and St. Louis Billikens. Really good teams that can. Well, there's a yellow card.
Yeah, yellow card for that challenge. We might get another look at that one.
And on Joe Edmonds.
It's the number 16 that's got the card. That's
Joe Edmonds.
Cleason. Here
Joe
it
Edmonds
is.
Not happy about it.
Yeah, let's see this challenge here. Joe Edmonds there.
Oh, yeah, just comes straight in. Didn't even go for the ball. Just comes straight in and takes him out. That's a foul all day, and I'm worried about Joe Edmonds. That's one of those that can really mess up your knee. That's a knee one.
Joe Edmonds does not go down very easily. He's okay though. He's saying I'm okay. He's just limping away there, but that will be sore.
He's hot. He's not very happy about that.
What's happened is Joe Edmonds will come off and be seen to by Alicia Berry. Chris Ritchie has gone on at left back, and Graham Chappell will slot into the right back role. And the result is a free kick. So 1-1 in yellow cards.
Well, and again, in a 2-0 game that Comets look fairly easily in control, I'm sure Joe might be able to play through that in a state finals, but in this kind of a game, let's give him some rest, get it healed up.
That's over the top, and
because we got to go again Friday if we win tonight, right?
Indeed, against the winners of Claremore and Memorial. Memorial, the Comets have already beaten last week by 3-1. Slight scare when we went 1-0 down, but overcame that little hurdle. 1-3-1. There's Roland, the keeper, getting ready to take this goal kick. And then Claremore we have not played this season, and of course Claremore topped their district, so that's a good match up there. Here are the Comets, who won their district against 4th placed Pryor.
When I left tonight, my kids were all watching Oklahoma, the movie, which is all based in Claremore, so they were all excited.
There you go. Now this is a bit of a wrestle there. Slide in there from Benelli. Got to be a little bit careful. That's good play from Braden Hudgens. He's had a good game for me in the central midfield. He's a busy player, and he tidies up picks up a lot of the scraps. And there's Wormel. And here is Adam Habib. He can pick him out so well, and Habib will go forward to Barkley. Barkley is onside. Now who's in the middle? Parker Harrigal's right there. Here's Ben Barkley. Onto his right foot again. Comes back to Habib. Habib. Round 1, round 2, round 3. Running out of... well, he hits a left-footed shot just wide.
He wants that goal so bad. There were 4 Comets in there, a multitude of passes, but he wants that goal so bad. He was pushing and pushing and pushing. Sometimes you just hold the ball a couple of seconds too long.
Less than 19 minutes to go now in this one.
Well, the Pryor keeper's got to be like, man, can you guys just kick the ball?
Yeah.
As a former keeper myself, I know the stress when those guys start coming down into your box, and it just, by this time of the night, it starts to wear on you.
There's a good header from Hudgens. As I said, he's been one of the picks for me for the Comets. He's worked hard, unsung hero in the team.
You like those games like Wormel has, where you save one a game rather than 14 or 14 chances.
Yeah, that's right. 14 chances in the first half. Comets leading by 2-0. Throw in to Bishop Kelley, and we're going to have a substitution. And Sebastian Estrada is going to come off. That I think will mean that Parker Harrigan will shift to the right-hand side, and Jack Barkley will go back on up front.
He's been given a good almost 20 minutes to sort of cool down and hopefully calm down, and let's not get a second yellow and just play nice clean football.
So Jack Barkley coming in wearing 13 up top. You'll have brother Ben and Adam Habib for company. Parker Harrigill scurrying here will go to the right hand side of midfield in place of Estrada.
One of the things that always impresses me about the Comets is how many of these guys are two-sport stars. You know, Matt Smith, a state championship wrestler. Jack Barkley plays football. I mean, a lot of these guys play sports in the fall and spring, and the ability to make those switches really impresses me.
And I agree. Here's a long throw from Richie. Up they go. Where's it going to fall? It's going to fall to Priory. Clear their lines, and the good news. Now Thomas Cunningham might get a yellow card, is he?
I think they were just both going up for the ball, but when he came down, the Pryor player hit his head directly on that turf. It is going to be a yellow card. Although I think that's more for, I don't know. That looked like they were both going up for the ball, but I'd love to see the replay on that. But that looked to me like it's more almost for the injury than the foul itself, and sometimes that happens. Here's the ball in from Richie, and it comes into the box just like the first goal. Ball gets played out of the back, and just as it gets chipped up and it bounces, and they're both going up for the ball, I don't see where that's I mean,
Well, we get the benefit of a replay, and I
don't
can
see where
tell
that's a
you,
yellow card.
Thomas Cunningham is not that kind of player, and I think when you see that back, you know, you see that he did have his eyes on the ball, and he was going for the ball, and unfortunately,
just his eyes on the ball, got his head on the ball.
But let's say that the lad is not very well, and he did get a bump there, and I hope he's going to be okay.
Yeah, his head bounced off of the turf, and this turf is not. I mean, it's much more forgiving than the turf used to be, but that's especially with concussions and the way we do this, that he's going to be going through the concussion protocol, which everybody here does everything they can to take care of these kids, especially with a head injury.
Absolutely right. And what we've got now is Joe Edmonds, who he himself, almost in the exact same spot, was had a clash just now. He's back on the field. He'll go to centre back with Brooks Benelli, and then Chris Ritchie at left back and Graham Chappell at right back. There is the lad, the number 2, that's Hosberg.
And nice to see him up and walking off.
Yeah, we wish him well. He's got up. They're all tough, these lads, aren't they? We don't want to be off the field for too long, but Pryor having to make a substitution.
Alicia Berry, our great trainer's gone over to make sure that he's okay, and I love that we make sure that even on our opposing teams that everybody's okay and we take care of ourselves. I'm still not sure that's a yellow card or even really a foul. I felt like everybody was going up cleanly for that ball, but I'm just glad that he's okay.
Father O'Brien, the president of the school, just shaking hands with Coach Cromwell there. Long ball from Pryor. Headed away by Chappell somewhat. And then there's another header by Chappell and away by Gonzalez to Hudgins. Now bringing in Harrigill. Harrigill has run out of field. That's going to be a throw-in.
Soccer's done a lot, actually, with regard to concussion protocols and trying to protect concussions. And I know that my daughters, you can't even, you're not allowed to head the ball until I think you're about 12 years old. And then
that's right.
Because of heading the ball and incidents like that, but soccer's really taken concussion seriously.
Well, this is a good little run. And was that a foul by Edmonds? Pryor supporters starting to get their voices heard a little bit more now. Here's Habib deep in his own territory. He's got Logan Smith for company.
Hit the ref. Habib tried to pass through to Jack Barkley and hit the ref right in the foot, and nothing you can do about that. He's just part of the field.
You try to keep out of the way as a ref, as one myself, and it's so difficult. Now, foul by Harrigill. It's all got a little bit untidy, the game now. Comets leading by 2-0. 15 minutes to go. Could do with another goal here. That ball is over the top, and that will go all the way through to Austin Wormel.
Goal kick.
William Ivey says, "Go Comets! Great play-by-play, Mr. Manning and Coach Saunders." Well, thank you, William.
Yeah, thanks, William. I wonder if William is. Do you know William?
I don't know.
No, you don't know William. Well, thank you, William.
I might, maybe.
William, perhaps you can tweet in and tell us, are you just a neutral observer? Do you follow the Comets on a regular basis? But thank you. We'll take the compliment very much.
Of course, my wife would argue that I don't remember anybody because I never remember anybody's name. So
right, there you go.
I could be William's best friend for all I know.
That's my co-commentator.
What's his name?
Here's Ben Barkley. Got score of the second one.
Oh,
lovely ball into the post. Harrigill has hit the post. Comes back to Jack Barkley. Hits the post again. Was still in. Well, the woodwork has been hit 4 times by the Comets now. Here's Chappell looping a ball in. Ramsey will head it back in field. Hobbs will make the clearance, and in steps Chris Ritchie. And Hobbs will come away with the ball here for Pryor. Well, that was unlucky. We'll get a replay on that in when we can. The woodwork was hit twice in the space of a few seconds there.
Man, 4 times in one game.
Here's Gonzalez. Here's Barkley now to Habib.
Habib's
in behind the defence. And Habib, with an outrageous effort, just wide. Took it early. I wonder if we can get a replay on those woodwork hits. Here they are, Colin. Take us through this.
Here comes Habib down the left, just working it so well. And then Ben Barkley comes in, crosses across. A little chip shot just hits the bottom of the woodwork, and then the top upper right corner. And then the Comets still keep it in and get another chance on goal.
Harrigill with the first one, Jack Barkley with the second.
What a minute there of action that ended up with no goal. But man, we almost had another one.
2-0. Comets lead, where you can see on our feed 13.5 minutes to go in this one. And here's Habib.
I still feel like the Comets have one more in us.
Well, I think it was your brother predicted 3-0, didn't he?
So can't hit the woodwork that often and not get at least one more.
That's offside. Ben Barkley's offside. If it does finish 3-0, I want your brother's number because he can give me the latest betting odds so we can make some money that way.
Well, the problem is he keeps predicting Arsenal wins, and so that we know that that's not.
Okay, we'll move on from that, shall we? I mean, we are both Arsenal fans in here, my friend, but I'm still recovering from Sunday. Now here,
nice turnout.
Here is Harrigal stepping in there, but Pryor come away with the ball again. They will not lie down in this one. This is a good run. Good play from Pryor. Craig goes down in the area looking for a penalty. Here's Habib. Low ball looking for Barkley. Barkley has not kept it in. And Ramsey will take the throw in. Has to step past Father O'Brien. Here's a ball out from Pryor. There is Father O'Brien. You can just see at our shot there, the president of our school, supporting many, many events in school. There's Coach Cromwell and Coach Barkley there in the red cap. And there is Hyro as well, who helps out. And here is Chris Ritchie with the throw-in. I want to say thank you very much to the students and Michael Blazik, who help me and Colin out with all these wonderful pictures that you can see on our feed. We thank them for their time that they give up so willingly under the directorship of Michael Blazik.
Oh, nice work by Harrigal over the side. No, out of bounds, but nice work.
Yeah. So a throw-in.
So the question is, how long has Coach Barkley worn that hat? I feel like that's an old hat.
That's a good question.
As long as I've been commentating, he's been wearing that one hat.
We'll have to ask him that question and bring you the answer on Friday. Hoping to bring you the game on Friday as well here on BKTV.live. But keep those tweets coming in at BKTV Live. Would be really good to hear from you. So how many different states have we heard from then tonight?
Let's see. We know we got Kansas City, Washington, D.C. My brother has texted me from Austin and another from Louisiana. So we know at least we've got 4 states in the District of Columbia. So
only another 46 to go, and we've got the full set. Austin Wormel doing what he's, I was going to say paid to do there, but just no mistakes from Wormel.
Oh, ball goes out, Comet throw.
Bishop Kelley throw in.
And the lad gets up, that's Holloway. Little push from Adam Habib. Chris Ritchie will take his time.
Yeah, Comet's not in a hurry now to get these throws in. We can take our time, and it's been kind of at least especially in the second half, a somewhat bruising second half. It's had a couple of penalties and yellow cards and injuries.
Long ball up to the feet of Ben Barkley. 1-2 with Gonzalez. That's good play from those two.
In.
Good ball across the box, but Harrigal and Estrada and Jack Barkley not on the end of that one.
They were just holding up just a second to stay onside, and that ball came across so fast that they couldn't quite get there. They were all just holding and holding to stay onside, and that ball just whipped in faster than they could get there.
Just under 10 minutes to go then in this first round playoff. Just to repeat, the winners will play either Claremore or Memorial. Here's Graham Chappell.
Well, as good as Pryor was in the first 15 minutes, they just really haven't been able to keep that pressure up or really put any kind of constant pressure on the Comets, really be able to build up play. It's been more one-offs and try to hope that somebody runs through.
Free kick then for Pryor. They'll be able to get this one in there.
Now this could be in a dangerous spot if they can drop this in somewhere between the penalty spot and the top and the bottom of that M, that really kind of almost 3-4 yard spot. If they could put it right in there, this could be a challenge.
Callison's got the responsibility here. of taking the free kick. Comets have pushed up to the 18-yard line. Here's the ball towards the 18-yard line, headed by Chappell, back in, or back across the field from Ramsey, straight to the feet of Ben Barkley, back in from Pryor. Oh, and Austin Wormel has slipped, and the ball will go just wide. Well, that is a collector's item. We do not see that very often from Austin Wormel. And to be fair to him, he just completely slipped.
Just slipped, and I thought that was going in. I think he did too. His heart dropped to the bottom of the field on that one. I'd love to talk with him about that tomorrow. He was not. That's an unusual sight.
Oh, he will. He looks at film. He will look back at that, check his feet position, but he got away with it. Long ball down the field from the goal kick. 2-0. The Comets lead. Could do with maybe another goal here to really put this one to bed. Here's Jack Barkley. Goes to ground. No foul, says the referee, who was right on top of the play there.
Well, that was the closest Pryor had come to scoring all night long. It almost takes a Wormel slip like that to get it.
There is Austin Wormel safely letting that one go out for a goal kick. Claremore up 3-2 with 10 minutes remaining.
And Katie says, Claremore up 3-2 in their game against Memorial. So it's 10 minutes, so that could end up going into extra time. That would be nice if we could get them into play the full game all the way full out, and then maybe go into penalty kicks. That would be that'd be a nice turnout. Make them work a little harder before they come here, whichever team.
So 3-2. Thank you for that update. Where you're getting that from, I don't know, but thank you so much for that. And if you can bring us any more news on that one, we can maybe bring the news to everybody of who the Comets, if they win this tonight, it's by no means over yet, who they would play on Friday night, and that would be here, as the Comets won their district.
Also, if anybody has any information on the girls' game, if we knew that Cassia won against Noble, so we knew who we were playing, that would be also beneficial. We'd love to pass that along to our viewers.
Yeah, that is right. Cassia Hall or Noble. My money would be on Cassia there. There's a good battle there. Richie now. The referee is asking for Brooks Spinelli to be brought to him. And I'm not sure what the problem is.
Pick up a little bit of a knock on it. He's switching out for Joe Edmonds, it looks like. Joe Edmonds on is it Joe Edmonds on a yellow? It wasn't Joe Edmonds. He came off with a leg injury earlier.
It must be blood. It's got to be blood injury. The referee's quite correct if there's some blood. Yeah, and Lisa Berry applying what I would call a plaster, and you guys call a band-aid, correct? Yeah. Or a bandage or something.
Well, it's nice to see Joe back out there, because he had took that knock earlier with that could be a knee or a thigh injury, and it looks like it's worked itself out, and it's nice to see him able to go out again.
Chris Ritchie with a long throw up to the chest. Excuse me, my cough. Oh. Lovely threaded ball. Here's Habib for 3. Adam Habib scores!
There it is.
Through the keeper's legs, Adam Habib gets the third one, and with 5 minutes to go, you just feel now that the Comets have quelled the roar of the Tigers.
Beautiful goal by Habib, left-footed. I don't know if he got it with his left foot or cut it back in right. Here comes Richie, comes in with his sort of patented long throw down to Ben Barkley, who stops it up, threaded straight through to Habib. Habib is open, but it cuts a little wide, left foot. Oh, through nutmegs the keeper and straight into the goal. Oh, those are the ones that haunt you at night. What a goal by Habib. Really putting this game to bed. Comets starting to put on some switching out their team now that it looks like we've got this sewn up here with a 3-0 score.
Gavin Walker, the senior, goes on at the right-hand side of midfield. Thomas Cunningham has been replaced again by Benelli, who's got the bandage now on his left knee. And Cade Livesey there scampering towards the ball, goes up front. His first action of the night. He's a sophomore, and Ben Barkley has a good rest. And Nick Barone is going to come on for Jack Barkley, and I think that's sensible. Jack Barkley.
Give everybody a good couple of minutes rest. Let everybody, avoid injury here as we go into the next round of the playoffs. It's a long run in the playoffs. We've got
Cooper Kenny's going to come on as well. Excuse me.
Love to see. I hope Cooper Kenny does come on. Love to see him play. Oh, it looks like he's not going to make it.
He's sat down, I think, again.
But got a goal on senior night. Cooper was so excited. Here's Barone.
Yeah, Nick Barone with the red headband here, feeding the ball into Livesey. Here's Estrada now. Pryor still working hard, but you just feel that third goal may have done it for the Comets now with just 4 minutes to go. Here's Sebastian Estrada just laying it back here to Chris Ritchie. Ritchie will go into the box, low one, comes off the foot of a defender, is going to spin away for Gavin Walker on that far side, who will have a throw in here.
Throw in for Bishop Kelley.
4 minutes left. Comets up 3-0.
Long throw from Chris Ritchie.
Not going to be in a super hurry to get this one back in the field of play.
And it is Cooper Kenny who's going to come in, and off goes Sebastian Estrada. Habib with that third goal just goes and has a chat with Ben Barkley. With Phil Barkley. That's a good catch from Roland. Felt a bit sorry for him with that third goal because they didn't do anything wrong. Just came out and Habib's shot was strong and through his legs. Slipped by the lad there, the Pryor player. It's going to be a throw in again for Chris Ritchie. Will launch this one in. You can see him just come into frame. There he is. Still not too late to send us a tweet in the last 3 minutes. Well, your brother said 3-0, Colin.
Yeah, Chris, if you want to tweet us in the lottery numbers, we'll take those as well.
Exactly. Now here is Barone on the scampering around. Here's Cooper Kenny. Graham Chappell loses possession of the ball. Now Craig is in here against Benelli. Benelli does well under pressure there from Craig. And here is Edmonds, recovered from that heavy tackle that he had. Barone missed kicks. And Pryor still knocking around, but Barone will not stop running. Trying to win it back. Hudgens will shut down as well. There's Barone again. But Logan Smith came away with the ball, and then Cooper Kenny gets it back. And it's all got a little bit scrappy.
Just kind of pinging around now.
Here's really Cooper Kenny. Cooper Kenny chipping the ball over the top here for Livesey. Out comes the keeper, does well. Roland's had a pretty good night in the Pryor goal.
He's had a great night. The 3 goals, really, he did nothing wrong on all 3 of them.
Well, I think the Comets have really been tested here tonight.
Yeah, this should be a nice wake-up call for them into going into the playoffs, as the competition's only going to get tougher and tougher and tougher as the tournament goes on.
And still Pryor coming forward, looking for what you would have thought now would have been a consolation, and you start to turn your attention to those seniors who will be playing their last few minutes here, if they're to go down. Well done to your service to your school over probably the last 4 years. As another plane comes into Tulsa International Airport, and Cade Livesey is just beaten to the ball by the keeper Roland, who pumps it forward.
I've been impressed with Livesey the last couple of minutes to really get in behind. Ball's bounced away from him, but he's done a good job here in the last couple of minutes since he's come on.
Yes, indeed. Here's a lad who's done very well tonight for me, Braden Hudgens. Gonzalez. Ritchie. Chris Ritchie forward. Low. Barone goes down. Barone was fouled. Barone taken off the ball there.
1 minute remaining in the match.
1 minute remaining. I wonder if someone will have a pop here from 40 yards out. It's on the football 25. It's going to be a substitution per your request
Free kick
for your high school wages. So there's your brother 3-0. Thank you very much, Chris. We won't give his number out. Well, I guess everybody can see it now. So
there it is.
Chris,
give him a call.
There you go. Can make some business there. So 3-0 is what he predicted. So that's right. Now, clock ticking down here. 25 seconds left. I think we're just going to have a shot at goal. Chris Ritchie.
Ritchie will put one in here.
He has got a pretty good shot at goal. Everybody back for Pryor, but really now here's Ritchie coming up, striking it. Strikes it well. Keeper makes a bit of a mess of it. It's going to be a corner. They won't get time for the corner. The Comets are through. They will host either Memorial or Claremore here on Friday night. It's not been the easiest performance from the Comets, but they have dug themselves out of this one. They never really, Colin, were out of control of the game, let's be honest.
No, not really. I mean, they had Pryor had a warm patch there at the very beginning of the game, but really, other than Warmell falling down, there was never really a chance on goal that we thought might possibly go in. Really a a master performance by the Comets. Not as fluid and as beautiful as we're used to seeing, but got the job done fairly easily. 3-0 to the Comets.
And I have to say, that's very sporting, the keeper there. He had about 7 Comets shirts around him. And I think the Comets are saying, you had a good game, keeper. You were beaten by 3 good goals. The first goal, Colin, we'll have a look at the highlights. We'll take a short break and we'll come back and have a look at the highlights. But we'll say again, the Comets, in the end, a 3-0 victory. Austin Wormel, one little blip there where he slipped, but really didn't have a save to make. There was a bit more pressure from Pryor in the second half, but we'll have a look at those highlights in a moment. We'll have a short break here, back with the highlights, don't go away, and we'll wrap this one up. The Comets winning this one by 3-0. Back in a few moments.
Hi, I'm Mary Chris Revard from the class of 2014, and I am excited to introduce the BK family to Gateway Mortgage Group. Gateway Mortgage is Oklahoma's largest independent mortgage company and employs over 1,000 people across the country. Everything Gateway does revolves around their core value of being passionate about strengthening families. When you need a mortgage company for the next place you will call home, consider Gateway Mortgage Group, where we close loans on time, every time.
Well, welcome back in here for the final time tonight. There's Colin Manning in the red, yours truly Dave Saunders there. We're just going to take you through some highlights here. This was in the first half. Here's Hudgens to Ben Barkley, threading it through here to Adam Habib, and Habib just with the scuffed shot. And then Colin can tell us about the next chance.
So Barkley comes down, Jack Barkley really plays it well down into the box, and that little chip across and really opened up. But, honestly, we were talking earlier, it was 3-0, but it could have easily been 5 or 6 or 7 had it not been for the post a couple of hits.
Here's Joe Edmonds, the right back, clipping a beautiful ball into Ben Barkley. And just couldn't get it out from behind him, could he?
Yeah, just kind of got cut up in his feet. And it seemed to be that was kind of a plague for the Comets all night, just getting caught too sharp on the passes.
Gonzalez with the ball through. That came off a defender, Ramsey, here to Ben Barkley. This was a really good chance as Ben Barkley here goes to the byline, pulls it back, and Parker Harrigill just didn't get enough on that, or that would have bulged the back of the net.
Harrigill could have easily had 2 or 3 tonight, just by fine margins. And here's Ben Barkley again, and then Habib coming down through the middle, and I'm still not sure how he misses this one, but that keeper just stood strong. Really impressed with the keeper early in the game.
Yeah, and he had to make another fine save from this one, because here is Adam Habib, and this ends up just out of shot here to Chris Ritchie, who hits the shot, and Roland turns it over the bar. There is Roland turning that one over the bar. Still in the first half here, Comets had 14 opportunities on goal, and here's Colin Manning with this one.
Yeah, so Habib really works the ball, as he always does. He has such an incredible work rate. Puts it through to Harrigill, but Harrigill just gets kind of held up and really can't quite get through. Is calling for a foul. But here's the first goal. Chris Ritchie, a long throw specialist, he's off screen right now, but he's about to come on right by the girls and then throws in, straight into Jack Barkley, who heads down and in. And that's what's so hard for those of you who are learning how to head the ball, is to not just get your head on it, but to get the ball down, because so often guys hit it and it just pops right back up.
Into the second half, and here was Ben Barkley with the effort on goal here. Look at this for a curling shot, and that was 2-0, and that was class from Ben Barkley. But Pryor didn't lie down, Colin. They came back and they gave it a go.
Absolutely did give it a go. There's a strong by Wormel to come out of his goal, right at the 6-yard box to make that grab.
Here's a shot onto the post from Andreas Gonzalez with the keeper beaten there. Andreas Gonzalez 25 yards out, but the keeper survived that one. The Comets would go on to hit the woodwork 3 further times in the second half. Here's the next one. You'll see this. This was a good piece of officiating as well, because here's the corner, which is going to hit the near post here. Who does it come back to? Comes back to Andreas Gonzalez, and of course that is illegal in the game of soccer. It's got to touch somebody else before the kicker can take it.
So here comes Habib down the side. This is he's working inside, outside, back outside, and crosses across, and another one that was always going up, but just a brilliant shot. We're just keeping that pressure on Pryor all second half. And they just couldn't get their feet underneath them. And then a pass here, another slot through, and then just missed by Harrigill.
Yeah.
Again, that was just sort of wrong-footed him.
Indeed. Comets, 2-0 up, but always in control. There's Joe Edmonds, who had to leave the field. That lad received a yellow card for that challenge. Joe Edmonds is okay. Here's another long throw from Chris Ritchie.
We're going to get a couple more shots onto the post here.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
I think it comes just after this. Cleared away again by Pryor. And now this was a yellow card for Thomas Cunningham. Little bit unlucky there. Don't want to criticise the officials. He had his eye on the ball. There was a bit of a bump. The lad was okay, fortunately, but Cunningham with a yellow card. And then Benelli got himself in a little bit of a problem here. Was that a foul? No, said the referee. And here's Adam Habib on the ball again.
Habib cuts down the side, passes over to Barkley, and then this is where we're going to get, I think, our 2 shots off the post. Post in, off the lower post, over to Jack Barkley, off the upper post. Again, as I said, this was a 3-0 game, but really easily could have been 4, 5, or 6. Had we been an inch one way or the other.
Ben Barkley there trying to get things going. Here's where Austin Wormel just stumbled and the ball just went wide. And
you see number 15, man, that was agony. His eyes were wide. Here comes Ritchie in for number 3. Pass through to Habib. Habib just works this so well. Crosses it left-footed, in through the keeper and in. And that's when the game was sealed up. And this is right at the end.
Yeah, I think the third goal really did take the wind out of the sails. There's Chris Ritchie, saved by the keeper. And that was that. 3-0 there, back live. And the Comets go on, Colin, to bring on the winners of Memorial and Claremore. Last we heard 10 minutes to go, Claremore were 3-2 up there. The Comets haven't played Claremore this season. They certainly have played Memorial and beat them by 3-1. We're hoping to bring you the game live. Stay tuned. We have to get the various permissions for that one. But, I don't think Coach Barkley cares who the Comets play, but they may just have to pick it up just a little bit from tonight.
He's definitely going to want them to play crisper, especially in that first 15 minutes, first 20 minutes and a half where we came out a little lackadaisical, let them have the ball, let them kind of warm into the game, and I guess we just kind of had to warm up now. And part of the problem is, as we talked during the game, we were passing a little too on the nose. We were hitting guys right in their feet or on their back heels or just a touch in front of them rather than really leading them in and letting them run onto the ball. Once we got that timing down, it was almost like we'd forgotten how to play that way. Once we got that timing down late in the first half, then we really were able to cut them open and play our style of ball, which is a really fluid style, and we were kind of trapped up for the first 30 minutes of the first half.
There we go. Bring on the next game. It's on Friday night. It's home here. Opponents to be decided. Colin, thank you so much for your efforts. Thank you as well to everybody that's tweeted in, Colin's brother and his wife and his family. And thank you for your company here tonight. We couldn't do it without you. Thank you once again to all the students behind the scenes and under the great direction of Cruz Sanchez and Michael Blazik. We thank you so much. We enjoy bringing you these productions. Stay with us for the next one, and we will keep bringing them to you as long as you want us. Taking us out now. Thank you so much, and good night, and God bless.